Sports in the Greenbrier fit together like peaches and iced tea. Over the years, America's Resort has hosted some incredible sporting events, including the Ryder Cup, Solheim Cup, the PGA Tour, professional boxing, and training camps for NFL and NBA teams. From Sam Snead to Tom Brady and from Lou Gehrig to Tiger Woods, sports' biggest stars have walked the iconic hallways of the Greenbrier or the fairways of the Old White. Last February, a new tradition began with the inaugural Battle for the Springhouse, bringing basketball inside the Grand Colonial Hall for the first time for a setting that is truly unmatched. Now it's time for an encore as some of the top high school teams in the Mountain State return to this hallowed venue for year number 2. The field this year features the best of the best, with 4 girls' powers and 4 boys' powers from every corner of the state going to battle with the ultimate goal of bringing the Springhouse Trophy back to their schools. The competition will be fierce, but this weekend is about more than basketball. It's a chance for these student athletes to experience one of West Virginia's true treasures. It's an opportunity to learn about the centuries of history that have taken place on these 11,000 acres, and most of all, it's about making memories that will last long after their athletic careers come to a close. So as the Greenbrier guests enjoy bunker tours, afternoon tea, and the lobster mashed potatoes at Prime 44, the Greenbrier Valley Channel is proud to take you courtside in Colonial Hall. Every dribble, pass, shot, steal, and buzzer beater can be found right here as these talented athletes give their all for the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's game time at the 2023 Battle for the Springhouse.
This is a trillion-dollar business.
Do you guys understand what the term one pill can kill means?
One of my best friends last year, she overdosed on fentanyl.
We actually see people who don't make it pretty often.
I wouldn't have imagined in middle school that it would be like this big of a deal in high school.
The fatal dose is considered 2 milligrams. If you had 10 tablets in your hand, 4 of them have that amount.
It doesn't care who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are, how pretty you are, how ugly you are. It don't discriminate.
It's not an overdose, it's poisoning. It'll take 5 seconds.
Young kids, they can't take the type of dosage that even an adult can. That's how we're ending up having kids found in bathrooms, janitor's closets, overdosed.
Peer pressure looks a lot different than what people make it out to be.
Real questions from West Virginia teens. Answers from the people on the front lines. This is One Pill Can Kill.
Honestly, our kids are, it's not that they're not trying. I mean, these kids are trying. It's not that they don't have a good attitude. These kids are great with me. I mean, they don't, they're just, but at the same time, like I said, play a good team, good tournament and everything. And we got another good one today.
I know you never take a whole lot of positives out of a loss, but if there's one good thing you really did see from that is the way Caroline shot the ball. I think it makes you a much better team when she shoots like that.
Listen, Caroline Dotson has the ability to play really nice basketball for us. The previous game, Caroline was 1 for 12, a lot of mistakes, trying to dribble the ball too much, absolutely doing things that are not in her wheelhouse. Last night, Caroline Dotson played a tremendous basketball game. That's just all there is to it. And to be perfectly honest, you've got to give Caroline Dotson a gigantic amount of credit for keeping us in the game. But from the standpoint of just maybe lights come on. You change the lineup, take Caroline out of the lineup and everything. Bring her right back in, and then boom, she just gives us that kind of game. We'll see. I hope to goodness that we could, get that out of her game in, game out.
As you said, another tough matchup today. You played Nitro in this battle for the Springhouse last year. It was a classic game. I think Cadence had 30 points, and Taylor Maddox for them had 27. So it was really 2 stars came to play. Are you expecting more of the same today against Nitro?
Well, sure. Teams know that Kennedy and Cadence, are key players on our team, You know, they know they're great shooters, they're good ball handlers, they're tenacious and all that, not super fast and everything. And so they can defend and cause us a lot of grief there. But and then all of a sudden it gets, you know, inconsistent and everything. That's why Caroline, we need her so bad to have those kind of games all the time and everything. Because when teams throw a triangle 2 or even boxing 1 or whatever on cadence, it causes us a lot of trouble. So you know, I hope we have a great game today. You know, Nitro, we played them in a scrimmage. We led the scrimmage. They ended up beating us at Nitro, you know, I think about 1 or 2 points and everything. It was a really nice scrimmage, but you know, at that time, you know, we had a couple players that aren't here today. So, you know, but at that time, yeah. But since then, I'm sure Nitro's improved. You know, they've only lost 1 game going into this tournament and everything. Got beat by Wyoming East, which is a fine basketball team. And so it'll be a battle, I hope.
Knowing them as well as you do, what's the biggest key?
I'm sorry?
Knowing them as well as you do, what do you feel like the key to the game is?
Well, they've got a lot of speed, and they try to up-tempo a lot of stuff and everything. You know, they're going to be a challenge in a lot of different positions and everything. You know, they got kids that can really shoot it, and they got kids that can get up and down the floor, and they got kids that can defend us. So it'll be an interesting game.
Well, good luck. A busy week ahead. It'd be nice to start with a win today and get rolling again.
Oh, gosh, would it ever. Would it ever.
All right, that's head coach Jim Justice. When we come back, it's time for the Battle of the Springhouse. It's Greenbrier East against Nitro. Stay with us on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
Peer pressure looks a lot different than what people make it out to be. It's not more like a, hey, do this, but it's being around all those people. And that's what the peer pressure is. No one's forcing you to do it, but it's fitting in.
Welcome back to the Fritz's Pharmacy of Alderson. Lady Spartan Countdown. Cam Huffman, Eric Workman with you. We're just about a minute away from introductions here at the Battle for the Springhouse inside Colonial Hall. Both teams out on the floor going through some last-minute preparations. And, Eric, I know these teams are quite familiar with each other. They met right here on this floor last year. They met in a scrimmage in the preseason, and they know each other well. So it comes down to who can execute what they want to do. And what do you kind of see as the keys to the game today?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Nitro brings a lot of speed to the floor, and that's going to be challenging for Greenbrier East. But the good thing is Greenbrier East is a really smart defensive team. So hopefully we can slow them down a little bit, get them in a half-court game, and that's where Greenbrier East will be successful.
Yeah, I know Greenbrier East didn't complete the job last night, didn't get the win that they wanted, but they have to take something out of the run they were able to make after being behind 15 to pull it within 2 against a really good Mingo Central team. If they can figure out what was going right there and get back to it, I think they've got a good chance today to come out of here with a win.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, they're very familiar with each other, and they play each other in the summer. I watched play there preseason, and, of course, they played again last year.
For day 2 of the second annual Battle for the Springhouse. Our first game of the day is the consolation game of our girls division, featuring the Greenbrier East Lady Spartans and the Nitro Lady Wildcats. At this time, let's meet the starting lineups for today's game, beginning with the Greenbrier East Lady Spartans under the direction of head coach Jim Justice. Please welcome freshman number 2, Kennedy Stewart. Freshman number 55, Hannah Fuller. Sophomore, number 12, Caroline Dotson. Sophomore, number 33, Ryan White. Senior, number 5, Cadence Stewart. and the rest of the Greenbrier East Lady Spartans. At this time, let's meet the starting lineup for the Nitro Lady Wildcats. Under the direction of head coach Pat Jones, please welcome freshman number 34, Carson Jones. Sophomore number 3, J.C. Sigmund. Sophomore number 5, Raven Carey. Sophomore number 11, Ava Edwards. And senior number 10, Taylor Maddox. And the rest of the Nitro Lady Wildcats. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Performing the national anthem this afternoon, we welcome Greenbrier County Superintendent of Schools, Jeff Bryant.
Tremendous rendition of the national anthem from Greenbrier County Superintendent of Schools, Jeff Bryant. We're ready for play. Greenbrier East is out on the court. They're the road team today, so they've switched benches. They're wearing their road green. Yellow lettering, yellow numerals trimmed in white, the Spartan on the hip. Nitro wearing white with red numerals trimmed in black down the side of the jersey and the shorts, with a little diamond configuration there, and just the Nitro N on the chest. And we're ready to go. Hannah Fuller going to jump in the center circle for Greenbrier. She tips it to Caden Stewart, and we're underway. Stewart between the circles gives it off on the wing to Caroline Dotson. She was hot from there last night. She hands back to Caden Stewart. Now back to Kennedy. Kennedy to Caden's. Caden's just inside the Springhouse logo. Swings it cross court to Caroline. She drives in the lane, gets it back to Kennedy Stewart. She puts up a jumper, no good, but she's hacked on the arm. Foul's going to go against Taylor Maddox. That's her first. Maddox, if you missed us talking about it in the pregame show, she scored 27 in this meeting right here at the Battle of the Springhouse last year. She was eclipsed, though, by Caden Stewart, who scored 30.
That's right. Both have signed to play letters of intent to play college basketball next fall. And Caden's going to Alderson Broaddus, and then Taylor Maddox has signed with West Virginia State.
Kennedy hits the first free throw for the first points of the game. Her second is on the way. She hits that as well. So Greenbrier East takes a 2-0 lead. Nitro will inbound. They're going right to left on your radio dial. And to J.C. Sigmund on the wing. Now out to Maddox. Maddox gives it back up top to Edwards. Now down in the corner, Maddox lets go on a three, and she's short off the rim. Hannah Fuller couldn't get the rebound. It's pulled down instead by Carson Jones, the freshman from Nitro, and she's fouled underneath. Foul is going to go against Caroline Dotson. Her first, the team's first. And And Nitro going to inbound underneath its own basket, gets it into the freshman Jones, who can't finish, but she's fouled on her way to the rim. Ryan White picks up that one, her first, second team foul, as Jones will go to the line. Jones has good size in there. The size hurt Greenbrier East a little bit last night in a loss to Mingo Central. And it's clear Nitro trying to go to her early as she makes her first free throw. Jones has one more and puts this one in. So a pair of free throws for each team has us knotted at 2 with 7:27 to go here in the opening quarter. Kennedy Stewart across midcourt. Gets it to Cadence. Cadence now back up top, looking over the defense. Fuller touches it just inside his three-point line, gives it back to Cadence, who fires a three from the top of the arc, no good. Battle for the rebound. Looked like it was last touched by Maddox. I believe it was. Caroline Dotson thinks so too, but instead they'll point Nitro's way. It'll turn over to the Wildcats. Here comes Nitro up the floor. Sigmund with it, now gets it off to Edwards. Edwards backs out, looks over the defense. Now dribbles on the wing. She's guarded closely there by Caroline Dotson. Switches to Kennedy Stewart as she dribbles around. Now they force it inside to Jones. Jones back out to Edwards. Edwards has Dotson in her face, and they reset the offense as they swing it around the horn. Now get it inside, this time to Raven Carey. Her shot no good. Battle for the rebound goes off of Kennedy Stewart's fingertips, out of bounds in front of the Greenbrier East cheerleaders. It'll be Nitro basketball.
I think both teams are trying to settle in here early.
Yeah, sort of like as Maddox puts up a three from the corner. That Fuller high in the air for the rebound. That time pulls it down and gets it to Cadence.
Great rebound by Fuller right there. Way to use her size.
Cadence on the elbow nearly lost it. Now gets it up top to Kennedy. Her three short off the rim. Fuller had her fingertips on the rebound, but it's going to go over to Nitro. Here comes Edwards attacking. She'll back out and throw it inside. Nice pass there to Carey. Carey there has to back it out to Edwards. Edwards fires the three in and out, and Fuller controls another rebound. Fuller's been big on those boards early. Still 2-2, 6:11 to go. Kennedy Stewart crosses midcourt, gets it to Caroline Dotson. Dotson for three, yes! Caroline Dotson likes this battle for the Springhouse court. She's been hot the last two nights, and her three that time makes it 5-2, Greenbrier East. Here comes Maddox with it on the other end for Nitro. Gives it up top to Edwards. Edwards going to pull it back out and reset the offense. Greenbrier East made Mingo Central take a lot of time on offense at times last night, doing the same to Nitro here, but this time Edwards finds a little room off a screen, lets it go, no good. Kennedy Stewart has the ball now, pushing it up the floor. Kennedy doesn't have the number. She's going to push it back out to Cadence. Cadence open on the wing, misses this time. Her shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Nice job, Ryan White coming up with it. It'll stay with Greenbrier East. Dotson now driving in the lane. She puts it up off the glass. Hits the side of the backboard, and it'll turn over to Nitro. Greenbrier East leads at 5-2, 5:25 to go here in our opening quarter. Nitro's had some decent shots from its three-point shooters early on, but they're not going in.
Yeah, they have, and I mean, obviously you know very well that won't be the case the whole game. They're going to find it at some point, but the same side as Greenbrier East too. I mean, Caroline's hit one, but we've missed a couple already too, so hopefully they settle in here.
Yeah, Cadence has been a little off the mark early as Nitro gets it inside to Carson Jones, and she scores. Cuts to the Greenbrier East lead to one. It's 5-4. Spartans on the other end, try to get it to the foul line to Caroline. Nearly had it stolen away. She comes up with it, though, and backs it out to Ryan White. Now Kennedy Stewart for three from the wing, no good. And rebound by Taylor Maddox. Here comes Maddox pushing the tempo back on the other end. She tried to get it to Ava Edwards. Nice job by Greenbrier East. Caden Stewart tips it away, and now Kennedy has it on the attack. Here comes Kennedy back on the other end, behind the back as she gets in the lane. Nice pass to Hannah Fuller. Fuller finishes for the score. 7-4 now, and a nice transition move for Greenbrier East to extend the lead. On the other end now, Edwards has it at the top of the key for Nitro. She gets it inside to Raven Carey. Carey's baseline jumper is good. About a 10-foot jumper there from the baseline from Carey. She scores it. Makes it 7-6. Greenbrier East on the other end. Cadence on the wing where she hasn't found her mark yet. She gets it back up top to Kennedy. Kennedy dribbles in on the elbow, now back out. Caroline Dotson between the circles. She's going to drive in, looking for some space inside. Nice pass to Ryan White, and White finishes it.
Hey, Greenbrier East is moving the ball very well. They're sharing the ball today. You can definitely tell they're they're excited right now.
Nitro doesn't like what it sees. Head coach Pat Jones is going to take a timeout. We'll take it with him. 3:54 to go in the opening quarter. Greenbrier East leading at 9-6. You're listening to Lady Spartan Basketball on Oldies 93 WKCJ. Clear early on that Greenbrier East doesn't care if it's in a consolation game or a championship game. They came to play today, sharing the ball really well, battling on the glass, and they've built up a 9-6 lead early on with 3:54 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, you can tell that Coach Justice's words of wisdom have paid off here. They've came out firing right here.
Top of the key, Edwards now gets it left wing to Sigmund. She fires on a three, too long, misses everything. It's going to roll out of bounds. It'll turn over to Greenbrier East. Spartans with a chance to build on this three-point lead. Again, I gave this disclaimer last night to our viewers on the Greenbrier Valley channel. We are the all season long Greenbrier East Lady Spartan broadcast, so if you say we sound a little biased, you're right. We are. So we apologize in advance. Here comes Nitro back the other way on the steal. Haley Newsom has it. She gets to the elbow, now backs it out. Tries to throw it inside, but Caroline Dotson's there to steal it away. Another turnover for Nitro as Greenbrier East comes back the other way. Kennedy Stewart with it, gets it down in the corner to Ryan White. White for a three, halfway in, pops out. Hannah Fuller had her fingertips on the rebound, couldn't secure it, and here comes Newsom. Newsom on the attack for Nitro. She's guarded there by Ryan White. She gets it inside to Edwards, and we're going to get a foul, a hold called. I believe that's going to go against Hannah Fuller. We'll double check. No. That's what I get for guessing. It's going to go against Caroline Dodson.
That's two already. Played 5 minutes of play and picked up two.
Big John Beard with the call on the head official today.
Yeah, Greenbrier County native coming in.
And the shot is blocked. Eric, if Nitro has a call that goes against him, you're going to hear about that one.
You better believe it.
As McKenna Fuller has it on the wing, hands it off to Caden Stewart. Now reverses court to Ryan White. Now back up top to Kennedy. Kennedy Stewart drives in, goes back out to Caden between the circles. Now on the wing to Kennedy. She lets this one go short. Everything's been short from three-point range from Greenbrier East early on from both Stewart sisters as Nitro comes back the other way. Sigmund with it, lays it off the glass, can't score. Rebound though to Nitro, up by Casto, no good. And finally Ryan White comes out of there with it. Cadence crosses midcourt now, drives to the elbow, and she's fouled. Close defense there by J.C. Sigmund. They're going to say she got a little too handsy there, and they'll whistle her for a foul.
Carson Jones comes back in. I didn't figure she'd get much of a break there. She's definitely a space taker, and she plays very well down low for Nitro.
Inbounds pass way up top to Ryan White. She bobbles it a little bit, but able to come up with it, and she'll hand off to Kennedy. Got to get these Stewart sisters to find their shot here, Eric, as Cadence fires one from the wing. No good. This one too long.
Great job by Hannah Fuller.
Puts it off the glass and scores. Nice job by Hannah Fuller. She went up strong with that and then finished it as well. Greenbrier East now up 11-6. Nitro with it now. On the wing to Sigmund. She feeds it inside to Jones. Jones turns around against Fuller. Fuller gets the block, but they're going to call her for the foul. As you said, she didn't sit long, and Nitro tried to find her, went right back to her on the other end of the floor.
Tell you what, we had a good angle of that right there. Hannah broke her wrists over, and that's going to be a foul every time. And she's got to go straight up right there and use her length, make them shoot over top of her.
And Jones makes them pay by connecting on the free throw. That was Fuller's first foul, the fourth team foul for Greenbrier East. And she misses the second one. 11-7 now, 1:54 to go as Caden Stewart crosses midcourt. Stewart tries to go to the lane. She has her shot blocked by Jones. No call. And Nitro has the rebound. Here they come pushing the tempo the other way. Edwards gets past the defense into the lane. Nice pass there to Sigmund. Sigmund lays it off the glass and scores it. Nice job in transition that time by Nitro, and they've cut this lead to 2. It's 11-9 with 1:33 to go in the opening quarter. Here comes Kennedy now on the left wing. She's guarded closely out there by Sigmund. A lot of contact there with no call. And McClure fakes the three, then tries to get drive. Instead, she took steps, and she'll be whistled for a travel. 1:22 to go here in the opening quarter. Greenbrier East leads it 11-9. Spartans have played well, but their shots from the perimeter just haven't fallen, except for one for Dotson. Now here's a shot from the perimeter for Haley Newsom of Nitro. She knocks it down, and the Wildcats take the lead for the first time. It's 12-11. Here comes Kennedy driving baseline, looking for some space, gets it out on the wing to Cadence. Cadence thought about a three, but the defense closed quickly. Instead, Cadence gets it in the lane. She's knocked down, but no whistles blow, and Nitro comes out of there with the rebound. On the other end, Sigmund gives it to Newsom. Newsom has it tipped away by Ryan White as she'll knock it out of bounds. It'll stay with Nitro with 43 seconds to play in the quarter. Nitro will inbound on the sideline as Ava Edwards gets it in to Sigmund. Sigmund looks over the defense, gets it back to Edwards. Edwards is on the right wing, guarded by Kennedy Stewart. She dribbles slowly now back to the top of the key to set it up. She fakes the pass inside and instead goes left wing to Newsom. Now back up top to Edwards. Edwards inside to Jones, playing a little inside out to Newsom. Newsom misses long on the three. The ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Greenbrier East. It'll stay with Nitro with 25.3 seconds. Taylor Maddox going to check back in. She's been held scoreless so far. As we said, she scored 27 in this game last year.
Yeah, she sort of snuck up on us last year, I believe, and then, I mean, she scored a lot last year, don't get me wrong, but here she definitely snuck up on us.
Inside to Jones, she backs down. Hannah Fuller can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. McKenna McClure ties up Jones. Possession arrow will point to Nitro with 18 seconds to go. Yeah, Caden Stewart is scoreless as well, so the two big guns from last year's game have yet to get going. Inbounds pass to Maddox. Maddox gets it over in the corner to Sigmund. Sigmund going to drive baseline. She puts it up against White. No good. Caden Stewart gets the rebound. 10 seconds to go as Stewart crosses midcourt. It's 2-on-2. She gets it to McClure in the lane. McClure bumped, falls down, no call. Now the ball's loose on the floor. Fight for it. We're going to get a tie-up, and the buzzer sounds. They're going to call it off. The whistle actually blew before the buzzer did. There should be some time on the clock, but they're going to say that's the end of the opening quarter. So we've played one. Nitro leading Greenbrier East 12-11. You're listening to Lady Spartan Basketball on Oldies 93 WKCJ and the Greenbrier Valley Channel.
This is a trillion-dollar business. They're cutting it into everything.
Table shrimp cocktail while listening to dueling pianos. Cut into filet mignon while you try to solve a murder mystery, or savor Greenbrier bread pudding while battling to win prizes on a game show. It's all part of this spectacular dinner series. To make reservations or learn more, call 855-453-4858 or visit greenbrier.com. We're ready for the start of the second quarter. Cam Huffman and Eric Workman with you here from Colonial Hall at the Greenbrier, the Battle of the Spring House. Nitro leading Greenbrier East 12-11 as we begin the second quarter. Greenbrier East played hard there, fought a little bit, but it's two big scores. The two Stewart sisters were 0 for 8 from the floor there in the opening quarter. We've got to get them going to get back in. Cadence has it in the lane, now kicks it out to McClure. McClure, high arcing three, no good. Rebound goes to Nitro, and as Greenbrier East tried to pressure Newsom on the rebound, we're going to get a foul called against Ryan White, her second.
Fouls the ladies, part for the 33, Ryan White, her second.
I tell you hate to see those fouls right there because it's just Ryan playing hard and fighting for the ball and then gets tagged up with a foul. It's tough.
She's going to take a seat now as Caroline Dotson checks back into the game.
Which Caroline's got to be careful too. She's playing with two now too, so which both are very smart players. Hopefully they can keep their mind right here and play well.
Ava Edwards crosses midcourt, looks over this Greenbrier East 2-3 zone. Kicks it out to Casto. Now back to Edwards. Now Casto on the wing, dribbles left, top key to Casto. Inside now to Jones. That's where Nitro wants to get it. She backs down. Liz Wooden puts it up, scores, and gets the foul. Carson Jones scores her 7th point, and she'll go to the line and try to make it 8. Nitro every time down the floor trying to feed it in the paint. That's where they feel like they have their best chance of scoring.
You know the crazy thing about Jones is I remember playing her in summer basketball when she played for McKinley, which feeds St. Albans. She played outside and shot threes. So she's got that in her arsenal as well.
She misses this first one. Or misses the and one that's knocked out of bounds, though, and it'll stay with Nitro. Nitro has built up a 14-11 lead. Greenbrier East led almost all of the opening quarter until Nitro took the lead there at the end, and now they've built it up to 3 as they get it into Jones off the inbounds. Nice defense there by Liz Wooding. It looked like she had the ball tied up, but instead we're going to get a foul called.
Fouls on the ladies' Spartans number 50, Elizabeth Wooding, her second, 17th foul at the line for Nitro.
That's Wooding's second, so now we've got a slew of Spartans with 2. Dotson, White, Wooding, and Fuller all have 2 fouls for Greenbrier East.
And we can tell it's been in the paint because Carson Jones, this will be her 6th and 7th free throw.
She makes the first. And that is Nitro's offense right now, is feeding her. And she either scores it or finds a way to get to the line. Next shot for Jones is up and good.
She's now 5 for 7 from the line.
Has 9 points. Lead all scores. Greenbrier East now trailing 16-11. Needs to get a score. Dotson has it on the wing. Right wing. She dribbles to the center of the floor. Gets it to Stewart. Stewart has it stolen away. Now Stewart gets back in there and ties it up. And we're going to get a jump ball called, and possession error will point to Nitro. Greenbrier East has gone a long while without a basket right here, Eric. I'm not sure exactly how long the drought is, but it's been a while since we've seen one go through for the girls in green.
Honestly, I think it was at the 3 minute left mark in the first quarter.
Greenbrier switching it up, going man-to-man now. And Caroline Dotson pokes the ball away as they try to feed it inside to Jones. Caden Stewart with it, gets to the line, gets inside the lane, puts it off the glass and scores. Cadence went coast to coast that time to break the drought at 16-13. Nitro trying to move fast back on the other end. Nice feed inside. Shot missed. But Ava Edwards able to come out of there with it. But we're going to get a foul called, and I believe that's going to go against Ryan White. It does, and that's her 3rd.
No, they got Ava Edwards.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, that's a little better.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Wrong 11, or wrong. I thought she said 33. I was way off on that one there. I don't even have an excuse for that one. As Kennedy Stewart crosses midcourt, she's guarded there by Taylor Maddox. Hands off to Cadence now. She yo-yos in between the circles as she gets into the lane. At the foul line, she going to the basket hard. And we got a whistle blowing. And it's going to be a blocking call. She tried to, I believe that's Maddox, that tried to step in front of Cadence Stewart.
Yeah,
wanted to charge, but the official said she was moving.
Cadence was coming downhill hard.
Ran
into her.
And that's Maddox's 2nd, but just the 4th team foul against Nitro. That's going to send Caden Stewart to the line, and Greenbrier East has a chance to cut into it here. They're down 16-11 at 1 point. It's now 16-13, and Stewart will have 2.
At the line for the ladies, Spartans will be 2 shots for Caden Stewart.
Stewart scores it. So Stewart was scoreless for a long while. She got that transition layup just a moment ago, now hits at the foul line. She's got 3, and she's going to go to the line for 1 more to try to add to that. Pull the Spartans closer as she does. Stewart's 2 free throws, easy for me to say, make it 16-15 with 6:16 to go. Here comes Nitro. Haley Newsom with it, forces it inside to Jones. That's where they're trying to go. Greenbrier East is double teaming her every time she gets it inside. Now they got a steal earlier, nearly had one there. But Nitro kicks it out on the wing to Maddox, and Maddox scores for the first time. We got Stewart going, now we've got Maddox going. It's 19-15 Nitro. Kennedy with it now on the left wing, now up top to Caden Stewart. Stewart drives in against Newsom, now backs it out, tries to feed inside to Dotson. It's going to pinball off a couple of Nitro players, roll out of bounds. It'll stay with Greenbrier East.
Tell you what, Greenbrier East got lucky there that nobody caught that. They were getting ready to run.
Hannah Fuller checks back in as Liz Whitting will sit down. Coach Justice yelling in the play on the inbounds here. Greenbrier East, see if they can get a easy one. Inbounds pass to McCord. Now Greenbrier East works it around the horn to Kennedy Stewart, who puts up a three, no good. The three ball just not falling for the Spartans here today. The Nitro steps on the line on the rebound, and Greenbrier East will have an inbounds underneath the basket once again. Inbounds pass goes to Caden Stewart. She's guarded there closely by Maddox. They're going to say she steps on the line. We'll turn it over.
Tell you what, you see a little bit of frustration on Cadence's face. She's got to get going here. She's got to find a couple bottom of the nets and play some good defense, maybe get out and run, get her some confidence going.
It has to be frustrating. I know how much Cadence and Kennedy are in the gym taking shots, and they're just not falling for them right now. As Nitro goes inside to Newsom. Wow, the ball was poked away, and the pressure looked like it let up, and that's at the time that they called the foul. Foul's going to go against Cadence. Her first. It's an 18 foul, so that'll be a 1-and-1 for Newsom. Nitro leads it by 4, 19-15, 5:16 to go here in the second quarter. Newsom to the line. She hasn't been there yet today. She does have a three-pointer. This one is up and good. 20-15 now as Newsom connects on the front end of the 1-and-1. Her second strong off the back iron, and Caroline Dotson controls the rebound. 20-15, 5-point Nitro lead as Dotson gets it up the floor, gets it down in the corner to McClure. McClure feeds it inside to Fuller, and Fuller takes steps. Another Spartan turnover.
Greenbrier East did good in the first quarter. They only had 3 turnovers, and they've doubled that the second quarter.
5:05 to go. Spartans trail it by 5. Nitro leads 20-15. Here comes Ava Edwards slowly across midcourt. She gets it to Sigmund, now back out to Edwards. Edwards against the 2-3 again for Greenbrier East now. And back up top to Edwards, now on the wing to Newsom. Newsom gets it down in the corner to Carey. Carey now back up top to Edwards. Coach is telling him to reset, and they're doing just that. Sigmund finds herself open for a 3 on the wing. Up, no good. Caden Stewart has the rebound, and we're going to get a foul on Newsom as they battle for the board. That's her first and the 5th team foul.
Nitro's coaching staff is telling them to swing the ball faster. They're catching, looking, or catching and dribbling, and you're just not working the defense that way, so there's no way for them to create any offense, really, if they're just standing and watching. So
here comes Kennedy Stewart looking over the defense. Man-to-man right now from Nitro with 4:19 to go. Spartans trail by 5. Caden Stewart on the left wing, reverses it across court to Dotson. Now Dotson back up top to Kennedy. Kennedy drives in, goes back out to Caden. Caden short on a 3. Gives back to Caroline Dotson at the foul line. She puts it up and scores. Dotson has 5 now, and the lead is down to 3 with 4 minutes to go. Sigmund with it, has it dribble off her foot out of bounds. It'll turn over to Greenbrier East. Eric, as I was saying a minute ago, I know how much time the Stewart sisters spend in the gym shooting shot after shot after shot, and they're tremendous shooters, but today it's just everything is off and everything looks short.
Yeah, and I was talking to them.
Everybody talk on D.
They've had open looks. If they get it going, that's going to be trouble for Nitro for sure. As Caroline Dotson dribbles in, gets it up top to Caden Stewart. Caden looks for a 3, now backs it back out, goes between the legs. She's on the wing, feeds it inside to Fuller. Fuller triple teamed in there, and plenty of contact. The whistle's going to blow.
Tell you what, Hannah's showing a lot of actually speed right there. Catching the ball, putting the shoulder down and going to the basket. So she's developing the way Coach wants her to.
That's a big foul. That's Taylor Maddox's 3rd. And she'll take a seat as Sigmund checks into the game.
Tell you, Coach is going to light her up for Nitro because he just told her do not foul when you go in. And first time she went in 10 seconds and bam.
Greenbrier East will inbounds. Kennedy Stewart triggers it underneath the basket. She gets it into Cadence. Cadence backs it out, trying to set up the play. And we get a carry called against Cadence Stewart. Give her another turnover.
If we were blocked, I couldn't see it, but
I didn't see it either. Call you don't see a whole lot in high school basketball, but we get one here. As Ava Edwards dribbles with the left hand against McClure. Gets it to Stigman, now back to Edwards on the wing. She fakes the three, gets it down the corner for Newsom. Her three is too strong, and Caroline Dotson has the rebound. She wants to run. It's 2-on-2, Dotson and McClure. Dotson gets to the board, puts it up, no good. Contact, no call. McClure has the rebound, puts it up, no good, and we're going to get a foul against Newsom, who better be careful. She did not like the call. That's her second foul and the 17th foul. It'll be a shooting foul, though, a two-shot foul, and McClure going to go to the line. Official saying her hands were forward instead of straight up.
yeah, which we just talked about that there a second ago, didn't we?
McClure's first is good. She'll have one more. 20-18 now with 3:09. McClure's second shot. This one rims out, and Nitro gets the rebound. Newsom loses the basketball out of bounds. Caden Stewart was 3 feet from her, but we're going to get a call against Caroline Dotson, who was 5 feet from her. That's her third. What a call there. Caroline, I don't know if we have the replay, but Caroline wasn't within 3 feet of her. Newsom going to step to the line. Her team up 2 with 3:06 to go in the second quarter. She'll have a 1-and-1. Shot is up and no good. As they say, Eric, the ball don't lie.
No, sir.
And on the inbound, Nitro controls the rebound, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Greenbrier East. It'll stay with the Wildcats. That was Dawson's third foul, so she'll have to sit here. As Nitro inbounds to Jones. Jones looks over the defense, gets it up top to Carey. Carey swings it to Newsom on the wing. Newsom dribbles in just inside the foul line, puts up a floater, strong off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound, though. Goes into the hands of Sigmund, and she puts it up and scores. Sigmund has 4, and it's 22-18. The Nitro lead is 4 as Kennedy Stewart comes back down the other end of the floor. Cadence now between the circles, drives in against Newsom, goes between her legs. She's inside the foul line trying to get to the rim, and she goes up and is fouled. Foul goes, it's going to go against Newsom again, and she is really, really vocal after both fouls, so she better be careful. That's her third, though.
I'll tell you, that's a big foul right there because she's sort of like the Energizer Bunny for them. She does a lot, and she can shoot it.
So we now have Newsom and Maddox with 3 fouls.
Coach Pat Jones talking with head official John Beard, disliking the call, but
he got one a little earlier against Caroline Dawson,
right.
that's for sure, as Caden Stewart makes that first. I think the officials are saying the same thing they did last time, that their hands are just going out a little bit instead of straight up. And Cadence hits the second one. Cadence now has 6 points, and the lead is 2.
Oh, my.
The foul against
That's 3 on Ryan White.
We're getting a little whistle happy out here now, Eric, because it's like watching Big 12 basketball. There's a foul every time down the floor.
Exactly.
And that is White's third. So now White and Dotson with 3 each for Greenbrier East, and Newsom and Maddox with 3 for Nitro. I know the officiating is not an easy job, Eric, and you're going to miss some, but what I hate to see is some of the best players sitting on the bench at the end of the game. You hate to see them get in foul trouble.
Which the players will have a mental breakdown at some point.
Edwards misses her first, but makes the second, and that makes the lead 3. It's 23-20 with 2:30 to go. Kennedy Stewart back on the other end. Goes between the legs. She's got Sigmund all over her. She spins in the lane, knocks to the ground, and they're going to get Sigmund for the foul.
Fouls on the Lady Wildcats, number 3, J.C. Sigmund,
first. On a key foul.
Pat Jones asking, what did she do? And overall, you can argue, was this a foul? Was that a foul? What I'm saying right now is the whistles are just blowing too often. Let's play basketball.
Yep.
Here's a replay here. As we'll see, Kennedy comes off the screen. Her first one is good at the line. Yeah, there was some contact there. You could see a little bit. I don't know if that's where he blew the whistle or not, but you could see a little contact as Kennedy makes the second one. And it's now a 1-point game. It's 23-22. Greenbrier East nearly had the steal there. We're going to get a timeout from Nitro. 2:15 here to go in the second quarter. Nitro leading it by 1, 23-22. You're listening to Lady Spartan Basketball on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
I've had people to overdose on my product. To be honest with you, I didn't care. I was making my money. And I know that's a terrible, terrible thing for any human being to feel.
Do you think fentanyl has just completely changed the game?
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Enjoy the incredible offerings at America's Resort. Bring the family and try one of our exciting escape rooms. Debunk or down the rabbit hole. Hit the lanes at the bowling alley. Throw a line into Howard's Creek with a guided fishing trip, or treat your loved ones to a sweet treat with ice cream from Draper's or chocolates from the candy shop. It's all in your backyard. To learn more, visit Greenbrier.com. Cam Huffman, Eric Workman back here with you in a Parmar Stores press row. 2:15 to go before the half. It's the tight one right now. Nitro leading Greenbrier East 23-22. Both teams have had leads. Nitro has built it up as large as 5, but Greenbrier East has battled back and cut it down to 2. On the wing, now back up top to Edwards. Edwards gets it over to Casto. Casto trying to get it inside as Carey has it now. Now back out to Edwards. Edwards, good defense from Greenbrier East as she tries to feed Jones inside. They got it to her. We're going to get a jump ball called. The possession there will point to Greenbrier East. So with 1:52 to go, it'll be Lady Spartan basketball with an opportunity to try to take the lead. Kennedy dribbles across midcourt. She's guarded there by Sigmund. Gets it to Cadence on the left wing. Cadence has Carey all over her, trying to find some space. There's a lot of pushing going on there. Cadence comes off a screen from Fuller. Now gets it up top to McClure. Now back out to Ryan White on the wing. White looking inside, gets Fuller a touch. Now gives it right back to White. White, as she drives the baseline, is tied up. We're going to get a jump ball called. It'll turn over to Nitro.
A lot of ball movement there. A lot of hands touched the ball, but just couldn't find success close to the rim.
1:24 to go now. Nitro with the 1-point lead, crosses midcourt. Edwards looks over the 2-3, gets it on the wing. Shot put up by Casto, no good. Knocked out of bounds, it'll go over to Greenbrier East. 1:15 now on the second quarter clock. And Caden Stewart going to deliberately bring the ball up the floor. Cadence crosses midcourt as referee John Beard got to 9 on the count. Now from the elbow, Kennedy puts it up and scores. Maybe that'll get her going a little bit. See a jumper going through, and Greenbrier East takes the lead for the first time this quarter. It's 24-23. Nitro on the other end puts up a shot, no good. Jones had the rebound. She's tied up there by McClure. And the possession arrow points to Greenbrier East. Pat Jones telling Jones to quit bringing the ball down. That's where Greenbrier East is getting his hands on it and tying it up. 47 seconds to go now. Spartans lead by 1. Kennedy Stewart across midcourt. Kennedy hands off to Cadence. Cadence has Sigmund all over her out near midcourt. Now McClure has it, gets it to White on the wing. Now back out near midcourt to Kennedy Stewart. Kennedy between the legs, 26 seconds on the clock. Kennedy going to drive in against Carey. She gets to the elbow, now backs it out Gets it back up top to McClure. Clock now at 18 seconds. Ryan White has it, feeds it inside to Cadence. Cadence off a double team, spins, puts up a floater, no good. Cadence has the rebound, but she's tied up there by Nitro, and a possession error going to point to the Wildcats. Greenbrier will show some pressure here as we've got 10 seconds left in the quarter. It's 24-23 East. Inbounds pass gets to Sigmund. Sigmund has McClure all over. She breaks the press, gets it to Ava Edwards. Edwards throws the elbow, no call there, gets it out on the wing. Shot put up by Casto, no good. And McClure clears the rebound, and the horn sounds. So that's going to do it for the opening half. It's been a tight one at halftime. Greenbrier East leading Nitro 24-23. We'll be back with the Warner Music School of Lewisburg halftime show on Oldies 93, WKCJ, and the Greenbrier Valley channel.
This is a $1 trillion business.
Do you guys understand what the term one pill can kill means?
One of my best friends last year, she overdosed on fentanyl.
We actually see people who don't make it.
The mountains and the trees make our area some of the most scenic in the nation, but they also present a challenge to Appalachian Power supplying energy. More than half of our customers' power outages are caused by trees falling onto our power lines. That's why we dedicate more than 1,600 full-time workers to manage vegetation. Each year, we clear more than 5,000 miles along our rights-of-way to keep service safe and reliable. Every day, I work to keep trees away from our power lines. It's an important part of Appalachian Power's commitment to keep your energy service reliable.
Sports in the Greenbrier fit together like peaches and iced tea. Over the years, America's Resort has hosted some incredible sporting events, including the Ryder Cup, Solheim Cup, the PGA Tour, professional boxing, and training camps for NFL and NBA teams. From Sam Snead to Tom Brady and from Lou Gehrig to Tiger Woods, sports' biggest stars have walked the iconic hallways of the Greenbrier or the fairways of the Old White. Last February, a new tradition began with the inaugural Battle for the Springhouse, bringing basketball inside the Grand Colonial Hall for the first time for a setting that is truly unmatched. Now it's time for an encore as some of the top high school teams in the Mountain State return to this hallowed venue for year number 2. The field this year features the best of the best, with 4 girls' powers and 4 boys' powers from every corner of the state going to battle with the ultimate goal of bringing the Springhouse Trophy back to their schools. The competition will be fierce, but this weekend is about more than basketball. It's a chance for these student athletes to experience one of West Virginia's true treasures. It's an opportunity to learn about the centuries of history that have taken place on these 11,000 acres. And most of all, it's about making memories that will last long after their athletic careers come to a close. So as the Greenbrier guests enjoy bunker tours, afternoon tea, and the lobster mashed potatoes at Prime 44, the Greenbrier Valley Channel is proud to take you courtside in Colonial Hall. Every dribble, pass, shot, steal, and buzzer beater can be found right here as these talented athletes give their all for the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's game time at the 2023 Battle for the Springhouse.
You look at somebody that's addicted to drugs as this person that's falling down and can't function, and she wasn't like that. And she wasn't like that even at the end.
Halftime on the Warner Music School of Lewisburg halftime show. It's been a tight one so far. Greenbrier East leading Nitro here in the consolation game of the Battle for the Springhouse at the Greenbrier, 24-23 at the half. And Eric, as we kind of looked over some of the halftime stats, Greenbrier East, fighting and clawing to try to stay in this game, but some perimeter shooting has really hurt the Spartans as they're 1 of 11 from the three-point line there in the opening half.
Yeah, I mean, we're below 10% shooting behind the three-point line. And another stat that always stands out to me is we've shot 11 three-pointers and only 9 inside the arc. So I'm sure Coach Justice is going to want Hannah Fuller to touch the ball more inside. At least then we can kick it out for an open three-point shot instead of forcing some stuff. But on the flip side, Nitro's not shooting really any better. They're 2 for 10 from 3, but they have been more successful in the paint area than Greenbrier East has.
Yeah, this is just a totally anecdotal comment. I don't know if I have evidence to back it up, but as I kind of replay the first half in my head, I feel like the three-point looks for Greenbrier East were more open looks than the ones that Nitro was taking. Nitro, some of them were pretty contested with a Spartan in their face, just kind of a pull-up, creating a little space to shoot. Greenbrier East had some wide-open looks, just couldn't get them to go. So they're the shots that you want. You aren't connecting right now. And the Stewart sisters, as we said, I mentioned a couple times, they're tremendous shooters, but just today it's not falling. They're 0 for 8 combined from three-point range.
Yeah, right. I mean, just as a person knowing the program and knowing the players themselves, we know for a fact that that's not going to last. I wouldn't think, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, give Nitro credit. I mean, they're playing good defense. You know, they're playing man-to-man. They're not playing any junk defense. They're playing man up on people and making Greenbrier East, or they're exposing Greenbrier East's deficiencies.
Well, I guess if you're looking for a silver lining, if you're Greenbrier East, you have to feel good that your top two shooters are over.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, they're doing at the free throw line. We're 90% for free throw line, 9 for 10. So good job free throw shooting. So my guess is Coach Justin's going to see these stats, and he's going to say, girls, we got to go downhill. We got to get to the rim, get ourselves on the line. We can score there.
And as it's often said in sports, things usually come back to the mean. So you got to feel like the Stewart sisters are good shooters. Eventually they're going to fall, and when they do, if you can keep doing the other things you're doing well, then the things are going to go in your favor for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, you're not going. They can have a rough half, but they're not keeping down the whole game. There's going to be shots made here in the second half.
Right. All right, well, we'll take a break here on the Warner Music School of Lewisburg halftime show. When we come back, we'll tell you more about the first half totals and get you ready for the second half of play here at the Battle for the Spring House. You're listening to Lady Spartan Basketball on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
Hey, cowboy, keep slinging that rope, eating that dirt, wearing that gold, break a leg rodeo, but just don't break no bones, country on. Hey, Marky, how about another round, keeping neon lit in this crazy town, just pour a little more, country on. Country on. Yeah. Country on. Hey, firemen, boys and girls in blues, we could sure use a lot more like you. You come running in anytime anything goes wrong. Country on. Hey, soldier, wherever you might be, hats off to keeping us free. All our thoughts and prayers till you get back home. Country on. Hey, hometown, keep throwing that ball. Raise them outside, the fish on the wall. They only stay a little so long. So love them up strong. Country on. I say, hey, hey, USA, we ain't seen our better days. Hell no, hey y'all, country on. Country on. Hey Nashville, keep bending them strings, digging for gold, chasing them dreams. Keep on with your songs till the whole world singing along. Country on. I said, hey, hey, USA, we ain't seen our better days. Hell no, hey y'all, country on. Country on and on and on and on and on. Country on and on and on. Country on. Keep it on and on and on and on and on. Country on and on and on. Country on. Yeah, country on.
Shots of Nitro standing in front of its bench, watching a little bit, so different approaches here out of the break for the two teams, but Greenbrier East was out there early. I think they knew, hey, what we need is to shoot the basketball, so let's get out there.
Greenbrier Valley channel. Just search the Greenbrier Valley channel and click on the live link, and feel free to share the link with your family and friends that couldn't be here this weekend with us at America's Resort.
The half of the Battle of the Springhouse Girls Consolation game. We'll be right back with Oldies 93 WKCJ. Just the 30 here.
Peer pressure looks a lot different than what people make it out to be. It's not more like a, hey, do this, but it's being around all those people. And that's what the peer pressure is. No one's forcing you to do it, but it's fitting in.
We appreciate you listening to the Warner Music School of Lewisburg halftime show. We're ready for the second half of play now. Greenbrier East inbounds to begin the third quarter. They lead by 1. Kennedy Stewart has it, looking for room, gets it inside the paint, feeds it to Fuller. Fuller turnaround jumper off the glass, no good. And fight for the rebound was poked out of bounds. Gets Caroline Dotson knocked it off of J.C. Sigmund for Nitro, so the ball will stay with Greenbrier East under the basket. Kennedy Stewart set to inbound. Stewart goes up top on the wing to White. White fakes the 3, steps to the foul line, puts up a jumper short. Hannah Fuller and Jones battle for the rebound. Nitro comes away with it. On the wing now, Maddox guarded by Kennedy Stewart gets it back up top to a wide open Ava Edwards. Her 3 ball is short. Rebound Greenbrier East, and Kennedy Stewart is pushed underneath the basket. The foul is going to go against Carson Jones.
That's her first, Cam. So
I said that Greenbrier East might have had the better looks from 3 in the opening quarter. That one was wide open
yeah,
from Ava Edwards, but she couldn't get it to fall.
I'll tell you what, she's just like the other ones, though. I mean, she's not going to miss a ton of them. So count your blessings with that one.
Greenbrier East now on the wing to Dawson, now inside to Ryan White. White back up between the circles to Caden. Caden dribbles with the left hand, now goes behind the back, feeds it inside to Fuller. Fuller right back out to Caden Stewart. Now back up top to Caroline Dawson. Dawson looks over the defense, gives Fuller a touch. Fuller now back to Kennedy at top of the key. Kennedy drives in the lane, double team. Kicks it out to Ryan White on the wing. Now across court to Caroline Dodson. Dodson driving in. She's on the right elbow. Hands off to Kennedy Stewart. Kennedy double teamed, but she gets in the lane. Now she reverses pass, goes to the other side of the rim, lays it off the glass, and scores it. Kennedy Stewart all over the floor on that play, and it ends it with a bucket. She has 8, and Greenbrier East now leads at 26-23. Back on the other end, Maddox is short on a jumper, and Ryan White clears the rebound for Greenbrier East.
Crazy stat, Cam. That's Maddox. Well, she said a lot the first half. That's her first shot inside the three-point line all day.
Oh, wow. Caroline Dawson guarded up top by Maddox right now. She hands off to Caden Stewart. Cadence goes behind her back, now feeds it inside to Fuller. Fuller now back to Cadence, and Cadence going to drive down on the baseline. Now reverses court to Dodson. Dodson looks at a 3, now dribbles into the paint, tries to get it inside to Fuller. Ball's knocked away, ends up in the hands of Kennedy Stewart. She throws it over her head, tried to score the layup, can't do it. And Nitro's coming back the other way. Inside, pass to Sigmund. Sigmund's layup, no good. Battle for the rebound. Ryan White comes out there with it, with Sigmund on her back. Right, White crosses midcourt, spins, gets down to the right elbow, now crosses all the way across the floor to Caroline Dodson, and her pass is too wide. It'll go out of bounds, turnover to Nitro. 5:50 to go now in the third quarter. Spartans lead is 3. It's 26-23. Ava Edwards now gets it across midcourt to Maddox. Maddox dribbles on the Springhouse logo in the right wing. Now fakes it. It goes all the way across the court. Now back up top to Edwards. Edwards going to drive in the lane just inside the foul line. She's blocked by Hannah Fuller.
Great block.
Big block from Fuller as Greenbrier East is coming back the other way now with it. Kennedy Stewart has Raven Carey all over her. Goes right wing to Cadence. Cadence goes behind her back, drives in the lane, and we're going to get a little push called against Nitro.
It'll be Ava Edwards' second.
Catching up on the foul situation. 3 each for Caroline Dotson and Ryan White. As Cadence Stewart from the wing knocks it down. There it is. There's that half-time work paying off, and it's 29-23 now. Greenbrier East lead is 6th, largest lead of the game. Back on the other end, Nitro trying to do what it did in the first half and feed Jones, but her shot is blocked away. Caroline Dotson across midcourt now. She's on the left wing, hands off to Kennedy Stewart. Kennedy left wing three is up, no good, short off the rim. Ryan White high into the air for the rebound, gets it back to Kennedy. She's going to feed Cadence on the wing. Cadence fakes the three, drives baseline, puts it up, no good. And Jones has the rebound for Nitro. Nitro trying to push the tempo as Maddox comes back the other way against Caroline Dotson. Dotson blocks the shot out of bounds. It'll stay with Nitro. Nice job by Caroline there, not picking up that fourth foul. Foul situation for Nitro is 3 fouls for Newsom and 3 for James. I'm sorry, I'm looking at that wrong. 3 for Newsom and 3 for Maddox.
Newsom just subbed back into the game, so we'll see how she turns out right here.
Now up top to Maddox. Maddox looks over to defense, swings it to Newsom on the left wing. Now back up top to Maddox between the circles. She backs out, yo-yos the ball, drives to her right. Now finds a little space on the right wing, puts up a three. It's short off the rim. Jones there with the rebound, goes strong to the basket, and we're going to get a jump ball called as Ryan White does a nice job jumping in there and tying it up. Arrow will point to Nitro. 4:27 to go here in the third quarter. East leads at 29-23. Edwards on the wing, drives in the paint, now kicks it back out top of the key to Newsom. Newsom's three short. Nice job again by Hannah Fuller, going high in the air for the rebound. Here comes Caden Stewart, 2 on 3. Caden's going to take it all the way to the rim. Scoop shot up, no good, but she was slapped on the arm.
That'll be Newsom's fourth.
And just like the other three, Newsom with a big reaction to the foul.
Yep. That's just not a smart play by her, though. She's got 3 fouls. She's got 2 defenders beside her to help. You just back off, let her go.
And Cadence's free throw misses long. Cadence has 9 right now. She can hit that first 3 of the third quarter. That was a great sign to see. Cadence's second free throw finds the mark. She's 5 for 6 from the line, and the Greenbrier East lead is 7, 30-23. Nitro breaks through some Greenbrier East pressure and loses it out of bounds. Taylor Maddox does, but they're going to say last touch by Greenbrier East. And Nitro will set it up underneath the basket. Maddox inbounds, tries to get it to Jones up top. She does. Now back in the corner, Maddox for a 3 off the top of the backboard. No good. Caroline Dawson secures the rebound. Here comes Johnston across midcourt. She's at the foul line, kicks out to an open Stewart. Stewart 3 from the wing. Swish! Cadence Stewart knocks down her second 3 of the quarter. And Greenbrier East has built this lead all the way to 10. Pat Jones wants a timeout for Nitro. We'll take it with them. 3:51 to go in the third. Greenbrier East leads at 33-23. You're listening to Lady Spartan Basketball in the battle for the Spring House on WKCJ.
An exciting working environment, competitive pay, unmatched benefits, opportunities for advancement, and an enduring legacy of excellence.
This is a $1 trillion business. They're cutting it into everything.
For current list of job openings, follow the Greenbrier Jobs page on Facebook or visit greenbrier.com/employment. Join the winning team and begin your career at the Greenbrier today.
The first 9 points of the third quarter all belong to the girls in green from Greenbrier East. And the Spartan lead is now double digits at 10, 33-23 with 3:51 to go. Pat Jones telling his team in a timeout that they're running too much of their own basketball, not listening to the plays he's calling, trying to get back to what he's wants to do. But they trail by 10 now. Maddox has it on the wing for Nitro. She forces inside to Jones. Now over in the corner. Shot put up no good by Casto. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Greenbrier East. So the Spartans have the ball, trying to add to this 10-point advantage.
I tell you, Greenbrier East has done a really good job in finding the open shooters in transition, not for layups, but we're finding the open shot.
Nitro now going to set up for some pressure. Kennedy Stewart is trapped, and Coach Justice wants a timeout. 3:32 to go. We'll take it with her. You're listening to Lady Spartan Basketball on Oldies 93 WKCJ and the Greenbrier Valley Channel. Been all Greenbrier East here in the third quarter, but the Spartans saw that Nitro pressure, and Coach Jim Justice wanted to find a way to get through it, so he calls timeout to set up his plan. Spartans lead it by 10, and they get through it this time. Now Caden Stewart has it top of the circle. Handoff to Fuller. Fuller gives it right back to Caden. She drives down to the left baseline. Now gives it back to Fuller. Now top of the key to Dodson. Dodson's going to drive in, put it off the glass, no good. Caden Stewart had the rebound, but had it stripped away by Jones. Jones throws it forward to Maddox. Maddox on the break, puts it off the glass, scores with the left hand, and gets the foul against Kennedy Stewart. Big bucket and a foul that time, as Nitro needed something to end the drought, and they'd get it on the three-point play, old-fashioned way. Maddox will go to the line to try to complete it. That was Kennedy's first. Kennedy does not foul a lot.
She does not, and I mean, it's a good thing, but.
Absolutely. Maddox will try to complete the three-point play, and she does, as she puts it up and scores. And Nitro sets up his press once again. It's 33-26. Greenbrier gets through it. Hannah has the ball now, kicks it out of the wing. Caroline Dodson open for a three, too strong. Dodson had the rebound, had it knocked out of her hands. Oh, it should be Greenbrier East basketball. Wow. They blew that one. Hannah went up for the rebound, had it on her fingertips, and they tipped it away from her out of bounds.
I had my head down keeping stats. I missed her. I'm sure I'd agreed with you.
Nitro gets it up the floor. Edwards with it, top of the key. She thinks about a three, now passes it inside to Jones. Jones dribbles once, then kicks it back out. Down on the baseline is Carey. She gets it back to Edwards. Edwards going to kind of swing it across the court to Maddox. Maddox left wing three short. Ryan White goes in the air, has the rebound, has it stripped away from her by Casto, and Nitro comes up with it. Now Edwards kicks it back out to Maddox. Maddox fakes the three, drives in. Drives right into Hannah Fuller, but they're going to get Fuller for the foul, and Maddox will get back to the line.
I'm chuckling at the official. His foul demonstration was rather classic.
He said hitting the head, and he poked himself in the eye as he was demonstrating it. As Maddox connects on the first free throw.
So this is free throws 2 and 3 for Maddox today, and I know she usually shoots 10 to 12 a game. So
McClure back in the game as Fuller's going to take a seat. Fuller's played well. She's been big on the boards and changing some shots for Nitro. Second free throw is no good. The lead is 6 now, 33-27. Greenbrier East comes up the floor. Kenny Stewart with it on the left wing, feeds it inside to Caroline Dodson. Dodson goes up against Carey and is hacked on the arm. That's her second. And I'll put Dodson on the line for 2. Dodson's first is good. She has 6 now. Score is 34-27. Greenbrier East with 2:14 to play here in the third quarter. Dodson's second is too strong off the back iron. Battle for the rebound ends up in Nitro's hands. And Caden Stewart tried to tie up Raven Carey, but she's called for a foul. Good call there. Back up top to Edwards now. Nitro on the other end of the floor. Nitro going left to right towards the door here at Colonial Hall. As Maddox fires a three from the corner, can't get it to fall. Battle for the rebound. Jones does a nice job taking it away from Ryan White, and I believe White's going to be called for a foul as Jones goes up.
It's going to be her 4th.
And before they can even announce it, Hannah Fuller back into the game.
Yep.
Ryan White will take a seat. Nitro will inbound underneath his own basket. The foul was on the floor. Inbounds pass comes in to Casto. Casto goes around the horn, now down in the corner. Three from Edwards, no good. But Jones has the rebound once again. She dribbles out of trouble, now gets it down in the corner. Casto's three air balls. And finally, Greenbrier East able to track down the rebound. Caroline Dotson has it now. Dotson going to bring it up the floor herself. She crosses midcourt, gets to Kenny Stewart down the corner. Cadence is open for a three, hits it. Cadence Stewart, 3 for 3 here in the third quarter from three-point range after the offer in the first half. She's found her shot, and Greenbrier East has found a 10-point lead again. It's 37-27 with 1:19 to go. On the other end, Ava Edwards guarded closely by McClure, now down in the corner to Casto, back up top to Edwards. She reverses it to Maddox. Maddox dribbles into the Spartan defense. The three ball from the wing is no good from Edwards, and Caden Stewart has the ball. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Stewart finds Dotson on the wing. She fakes the three, drives in, puts the shot up, no good, but she gets the hack from Carson Jones, and Caroline Dotson going to go to the line. Like the way Greenbrier East has played here in this third quarter, Eric.
Yeah, Coach Justice made great adjustments at halftime. Came out, they're a different team right now. They're playing fast and very good defensively and finding open shots. And going downhill just like Caroline did. We talked about that.
Caroline's first is up and good. She has 7 now. She's had a good tournament. She was our player of the game last night, Magic Computer Repair player of the game. Her second one no good, but Caden Stewart had the rebound, had it pulled away from her though this time by Victoria Scarberry. We're going to get a jump ball call. Possession arrow will stay with Greenbrier East. So Spartans lead it by 11 and a chance to build on that.
They're coming at you, Raymond. They're coming to pick on you, Raymond.
Inbounds pass into Fuller. Nice pass there. Fuller can't quite finish it, but Greenbrier East are able to control the rebound. Now Kenny Stewart down the corner baseline. Jumper up, no good. Rebound this time by Maddox. Stewart ties her up, but we get a whistle. Ooh, no, there wasn't any contact there. And the foul actually is going to go against McClure. That's McClure's first and just the 15th foul, so that'll be a common foul. And Nitro will inbound underneath the basket. 42 seconds on this third quarter clock. Spartans lead it by 11. Nitro rolls it up the floor. Ava Edwards has it top of the key. Goes right wing to Maddox. Maddox drives in against 3 Spartan defenders, puts it up, no good. Rebound was in the hands of Raven Carey. She dribbled off her foot, it looked like. But what, do we get a foul call there? What's the call?
Out of bounds on Greenbrier East. And Nitro ball.
Must have touched the Spartan there somewhere.
Yeah, our coach was blocking our view there. But
Edwards going to inbound underneath the basket. She throws it up top to Casto. Casto reverses to Maddox. Maddox drives in the lane again against 3 Spartan defenders. Can't get it to fall. Ball's loose on the floor. We're going to get a jump ball once again. Possession area this time will stay with the Wildcats. 27 seconds here in the third quarter. The Spartan lead is 11.
Dude, this has been the longest 43 seconds ever.
It has been. Edwards going to inbound underneath the basket. Looking for help. She throws it up top to Maddox. Maddox gives it back to Edwards in the corner. She has Caroline Dotson draped all over her. She's going to drive the baseline. Nice, dangerous pass inside. Makes one more pass. McClure tips this one away. Somehow ends up in Nitro's hands. 3 ball from the corner. No good. Off the fingertips of Casto, and Greenbrier East has it. 11 seconds to go as Kenny Stewart crosses midcourt. Shot down to 9. Now Cadence from 3 from the corner. Gets the roll. Shooter's roll that time comes high off the iron and falls in. And that's going to do it for our third quarter. Greenbrier East, a spirited third quarter. And they'll go into the fourth quarter with a big lead. It's 41-27. We'll be right back for the final quarter of action right here on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
Okay, B camera marker.
Game changer. Can you raise your hand if someone in your life, whether a family member or friend, has been impacted?
We have had a few overdoses at our high school, and we had a couple last year at the middle school level too.
One of my best friends last year, she overdosed on fentanyl.
At my school, we had 3 kids overdose in a day because they all took hits off of the same dab pen that was laced.
The best quarter of basketball we've seen from Greenbrier East in quite a while, Eric, as the Spartans outscore Nitro 17-4 there in the third quarter to build up the lead. Greenbrier East leads at 41-27 here as we enter the fourth quarter.
Well, you're sitting there listening to Coach Pat Jones for Nitro talk about why are you letting 5 shoot the ball? Why? Like I've told you 1,000 times. Why is this happening? But listen, as a Greenbrier East fan, we're loving it. Let her shoot it. Let her shoot it.
Absolutely. We love the way Greenbrier East is playing right there. As Caden's inbounds to Hannah Fuller, it's off her fingertips. McKenna McClure has it. Gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy nearly had it poked away. Comes back up with it as she dribbles into the elbow now, into the lane, puts it up with the left hand off the glass and scores. What a move by Kennedy Stewart as she gives a thumbs up to her bench, trying to get her bench excited. Greenbrier East leads at 43-27. Here comes Nitro back the other way, gets it inside to Jones. Jones, turnaround shot put up, and she's going to draw the foul.
Caroline Dawson.
It's
her fourth.
Her fourth, 16 foul. At the line for Nitro, it'll be 2 shots for Carson Jones.
Carson Jones is going to have a pair now as Ryan White comes to the score table, ready to check back in. She has 4 fouls as well. Jones first goes up, misses short off the iron.
Into the game for the ladies, Spartans number 33, Ryan White.
Carson Jones has shot 9 free throws today. Made 5.
Yeah, Greenbrier East has to be physical with her. That's the only answer it has. Sometimes you get fouls that way, but keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
She hits the second one, makes it 43-28. Kenny Stewart crosses midcourt. She finds some space in the lane, gets it over to Fuller. Fuller loses it, saves it between her legs, but it goes into the hands of Nitro, and the Wildcats have the basketball. Newsom pestered by McClure there. McClure all over. A nice job defensively from McKenna McClure. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats.
Okay, let's give a shout out to the camera crew. They've done a really good job this weekend. They've got great shots, and good job by everybody that helped put this together.
Absolutely. Greenbrier Valley Channel, all 8 games of Battle for the Spring House. Coming up next will be the boys' consolation game as Edwards fires a 3 from the wing. No good. Maddox tracks down the rebound, drives it in the paint, kicks it out to Newsom. Now back to Edwards on the wing. Edwards fakes, gets in the lane. Nice pass inside and scored there. Raven Carey scores that one.
Hey, that was a big drought by them, too, other than the foul shots that just ended.
And now Nitro comes up with a steal, and Kennedy Stewart at midcourt. It's Edwards, goes to the bucket, scores it against Ryan White. 43-32 as Nitro slowly trying to claw back. Caden Stewart, though, breaks the pressure now, gets into the lane, has it knocked away from her. It goes out of bounds. It'll turn over to Nitro. Greenbrier got in too big of a hurry that time. And Coach Justice is going to want a timeout. We'll take it with him. 6:37 to go. Spartans lead at 43-32. You're listening to the girls' consolation game at the Battle for the Spring House on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
Ready to take a timeout.
Greenbrier East had built up its biggest lead at 15 at 43-28, but Nitro has scored the last 4 points of the game to try to claw back. His lead is 11 now. It's 43-32 with 6:37 to play. Greenbrier East trying to finish off this win and break a very rare 3-game losing streak for this Lady Spartan program.
Absolutely. Coach Justice gave him a motivational speech before the game that this was a must-win game, and so far they've responded, so hopefully they can finish this thing.
Nitro basketball now as they try to get it back to single digits. Edwards with it between the circles. She looks over the defense. She's guarded closely there by McClure. Now it goes on the wing to Newsom. Back up top to Edwards. Edwards going to drive in the lane. Nice pass inside to Jones, and Jones finishes it off with the bucket. That was Nitro's best offense early on. They're trying to go back to it now, and the lead is down to 9. 6 straight Nitro points makes it 43-34. Kennedy Stewart knocked to the ground as she gets through the pressure. The ball ends up in the hands of Cadence, and Cadence drains a 3 with her sister flopping on the ground. Big 3 there from Caden Stewart. How about Caden's, Eric? We talked about her finding her shot at halftime. She's got 4 threes here in the second half.
That's right.
46-34 with 6:05 to go. Big shot there by Caden Stewart. Broke that Nitro run. Now Maddox, baseline jumper, no good. Jones strong inside with the rebound. And Kennedy Stewart playing a little soccer out there.
Hopefully we'll see her on the soccer field this fall.
Ball's going to stay with Nitro. They'll inbound underneath their own basket with 5:55 to go. Spartan lead is 12, 46-34. Nitro inbounds pass goes high up top to Maddox. Maddox guarded by McClure. They swing it down in the corner now to Edwards. Edwards loses the ball on the floor. Jones comes up with it, and her pass is swatted away there by Liz Wooding. Wooding up the floor to McClure. Now gets it in the hands of the point guard, Stewart. Stewart backs it out, slows things down. Now down in the corner to McClure. McClure gets it foul line to Fuller. Fuller now back out to Wooding. Wooding dribbles, gets it back to Stewart. Caden Stewart open for a three. This one rims out. McKenna McClure high in the air trying to get the rebound. Can't come down with it, but I like the hustle we've seen from McKenna McClure here in this second half. Down on the other end, Newsom goes to the bucket. Can't get it to fall, but she's going to get a foul called against Kennedy Stewart. Just her second, and that is a 17 foul, so Nitro will be shooting the rest of the way. This one a shooting foul, so Newsom will go to the line for 2. Her first one's nothing but net.
Tell you what, she's been in foul trouble all day, but she's been a motor for them as much as I've seen them play this year. She does all the, she's their Ryan White, you know what I mean? So her being out today has really helped Greenbrier East.
Absolutely. Caroline Dotson set to check back in as Newsom hits her second one. Nitro, as Caroline checks in the game, Nitro will set up its pressure. It's 46-36 with 5:20 to play. McClure gets it into Kennedy Stewart. Stewart had Sigmund all over her back, but she drives right to it. Stewart drives in the lane, now backs it out. Didn't have the numbers, and now she gets back to the foul line, hands off to Dotson. Dotson dribbles in the paint, puts it off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound ends up in the hands of Maddox. Maddox wants to run. She pushes it forward. Nice pass forward to Carey. Carey saves it inbounds back to Maddox. Maddox off the glass and scores. 46-38. It's a 8-point lead once again. Nitro cuts it back to single digits as Caden Stewart brings it up the floor. Caden's hands off to Kennedy. Kennedy, foul line jumper, no good. And rebound goes in the hands of Nitro, and we're going to get a foul as Greenbrier East tried to battle for the rebound, and it will be 1-1. Nitro calling back, has it down to 8, and they're going to get free throws on the other end there. Greenbrier East once led this one by 15.
I'll tell you what, I was sitting there looking at Carson Jones' stat line. She's only made 2 field goals today. Everything else has been at the foul line.
Oh, wow.
So
she's going to go back there now with 4:41 to play. Still plenty of time for Nitro. Greenbrier East needs to find what it was doing once again. Both teams have done a nice job battling foul trouble. They were in trouble early, but so far nobody has been disqualified. Jones first, no good, but Edwards able to control the rebound. They feed it back inside to Jones. Caroline Dotson knocks it away. It'll stay with Nitro. East has done a nice job doubling down on Jones, trying to take her away. They've gotten a few steals there, but they've also gotten a few fouls. Inbounds pass this time into Newsom. Ball stolen away. Kennedy Stewart has it now. Kennedy on the run. Kennedy, three-point line, foul line, into the lane, puts up the shot, no good, but gets the foul called. And I believe, yes, that's going to go against Maddox.
It'll be her 4th, I believe.
Fouls away, Wildcats for Taylor Maddox, her 4th, 16th foul. At the line for the ladies,
Caden Stewart to the line to try to put it back to double digits. She'll have 2.
Kennedy.
One of those Stewarts.
Yeah.
In the game for the ladies, Spartans, number 33, Ryan White.
And Kennedy hits both of them. 2 big free throws there. Extends the lead back to double digits. It's 48-38. Maddox on the wing, guarded there by McClure. She backs it out and looks over Greenbrier East defense. Backs it out once again and tries to get around a screen. Can't do it. Throws it inside to Edwards. Edwards takes steps on her way to the rim, and she's going to be called for a travel. Nitro going to set up its pressure once again. They've had some success turning East over on this at times here in the fourth quarter. Caroline Dawson looks to inbound, gets it to Ryan White. White dribbles, now gets it to Caden Stewart. Stewart has Edwards all over her. Cadence goes a little crossover move and got Edwards on her hip, and they're going to get Edwards for the foul, and that will be 1-1 as Caden Stewart goes to the line. There it was, not. Yep, I thought that was the 17th foul. Edwards third.
That's who we want shooting them.
No doubt about it. And she's been huge here in the second half for Greenbrier East after struggling a little bit in the opening half.
Yeah, for sure. I'll tell you what, and you said you're watching this game, it feels like Greenbrier East is up 20, but it's still a game here.
Well, not over yet as Cadence hits the first one. Speaking of Greenbrier East being up 20, Cadence now has 21.
Yeah.
We were wondering if she was going to come anywhere close to her 30 there in the first half, but she has done a fantastic job here in the second. On the wing now, Maddox fires the three. This one's too long, and Ryan White strong into the air for the rebound. Nice rebound from White. She gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy has 3 Nitro Wildcats all around her. She dribbles into the front court, and Coach Justice wants a timeout. 3:43 to go. East leads it 50-38. You're listening to Lady Spartan basketball at the Battle for the Springhouse on Oldies 93, WKCJ, and the Greenbrier Valley Channel.
There's nothing more important than maintaining your health. Greenbrier Care is here to help.
The mountains and the trees make our area some of the most scenic in the nation, but they also present a challenge to Appalachian Power supplying energy. More than half of our customers' power outages are caused by trees falling onto our power lines. That's why we dedicate more than 1,600 full-time workers to manage vegetation. Each year, we clear more than 5,000 miles along our rights-of-way to keep service safe and reliable. Every day, I work to keep trees away from our power lines. It's an important part of Appalachian Power's commitment to keep your energy service reliable.
.343 to go here at the Battle for the Springhouse. Greenbrier East looking to finish off what would be a big victory to break a 3-game losing skid against a talented Nitro team, one of the top-ranked teams in Class 3A. Spartans lead at 50-38 as Kennedy Stewart putting on a dribbling exhibition right now, dribbling all around the horn. She hands off to Ryan White. White back up top to Caroline Dawson. And Spartans content to run some clock right now. Cadence Stewart has it with Carey all over her. Cadence loses it into the hands of Maddox. Maddox goes to the rim, rushed the shot, put up no good, but it's last touched by Ryan White out of bounds. It'll stay with Nitro. 3:15 now on the clock. The clock is a friend of Greenbrier East at this point in time.
For sure, definitely. Up by 12.
Edwards looking to inbound underneath the basket. She gets it down the corner to Maddox. Maddox three
Long.
on the way, too long. Big rebound again.
What a rebound by
Fuller.
Hannah Fuller. My goodness.
She hands it off to Cadence, and Cadence slowly brings it up the court. She's fine running some clock right now. Cadence hands off to Caroline Dodson. 3 minutes to go. Greenbrier East by 12. Dodson hounded there by Maddox. Dribbles away from her, gets it to Cadence. Cadence had a little room. She's going to now back it out on the right wing. Has it poked away again. Carey pokes it away. It rolls out of bounds, and it'll stay with Greenbrier East. The East is able to run a little time right there. It's down to 2:47. 50-38. Spartans lead it. Dodson looking to inbound, gets it into Caden Stewart. Stewart dribbles through some pressure, gets into the lane, had it poked away, but gets it back. Now gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy in the lane, nice pass to Fuller, goes between her legs, out of bounds. It'll turn over to Nitro. I don't think Fuller was quite ready for that one.
No, it went right through her legs.
It's a good pass from Kennedy, but that's the one of those we see from Adam Seams all the time on the boys' side. Where
that's right.
He makes a pass his teammates just aren't quite ready for. Edwards with it, top of the key, gets it to Jones, now feeds it back outside of Maddox. Maddox going to drive, put up the baseline jumper, no good. Rebound was in the hands of Caroline Dotson. She loses it off her knee, out of bounds. It'll stay with Nitro. 2:28 now. Clock, as we said, is a enemy to Nitro, a friend to Greenbrier East. Inbounds pass gets back in the hands of Edwards. Edwards has White all over her. She gets it back up top to Maddox. Maddox looks over the zone, dribbles top of the key, now swings it left to Newsom. Now back up top to Maddox. Maddox on the drive just inside the foul line, put it up, no good. Jones tracks down the rebound. She's double teamed there, throws it off the foot of Ryan White, out of bounds. It'll stay with Nitro, but clock continues to be milked here. It's down to 2:12. Greenbrier East leads it 50-38. Edwards inbounds to Maddox, now back to Edwards in the corner. Now back to Maddox on the wing. Maddox drives in, kicks it out. Newsom open for a three from the left wing, no good. Maddox has the long rebound, drives into the paint against some Spartans, puts it up with a scoop shot, and she'll be bailed out with a foul. 2 minutes exactly to go as the foul goes against Hannah Fuller. That's her third. And that'll send Maddox to the line for a pair.
So we talked about the discipline that these girls have played with 4 fouls. They've done, both teams have done a really well job, actually.
Maddox's first is short, can't get the roll, and it goes harmlessly off the rim. She'll have one more. Maddox puts it up and finds the roll this time. Cuts the lead to 11. It's 50-39. Nitro side trying to set up some pressure. Caden Stewart having none of it as she dribbles right across midcourt and then backs it out to Ryan White. Greenbrier's going to be able to run some clock here as Caroline Dotson has it. Hands off to Kennedy Stewart. Kennedy reverses pass. Now goes back up to Caroline. Caroline nearly had it stolen but comes back up with it. Now left wing. Kennedy open for a three. Too long. And it's going to pinball off the top of the backboard out of bounds. Turnover to Nitro with 1:38 to go.
Tell you what, Coach Justice is upset about that shot right there. We were running the clock pretty good, and then I think he was saying pull it out, and we decided to shoot it. But
it could be a good thing at times and a bad thing at times, but Kennedy Stewart has never seen a shot she doesn't like.
That's right. Sure. I mean, she was open, don't get me wrong, but she was open.
Top Edwards for a three, top of the key, and she hits it. That's a big shot. So it's 1:25 to go. Ava Edwards hits the three. Nitro calls timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:25 to go. It's 50-42. Greenbrier East leads it. You're listening to Lady Spartan Basketball on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
Scholarship presentations for both teams.
Greenbrier East trying to finish this one off. We've got 1:25 left. Spartans lead it by 8. As Nitro sets up his pressure on the Spartan inbound. Caroline Dotson looks to get it in. She finds Ryan White just before the 5-second count. Kennedy Stewart knocks to the ground, but she's able to get up as White crosses midcourt. White tries to feed it inside to Fuller. Fuller tracks it down in the corner. She's double teamed there, and Coach Justice called timeout as Fuller was in trouble. We'll keep it right here this time, Eric, as we'll talk about what we've seen. It's been a entertaining game so far. Greenbrier East able to build a big lead with a fantastic third quarter as they've been able to hold on here. Nitro trying to claw back. The pressure has caused East some problems at times, and I know East has taken a couple shots, like you said, that Coach Justice didn't really love, but 1:14 to go. This would be a big win for Greenbrier East the way things have been going the last couple of weeks.
Oh, absolutely. Like we talked earlier, Coach gave him the pregame talk. We were all sitting here listening to him. And he said, he goes, guys, listen, we've got to win today because the road don't get any easier. Yeah. Like, we've got to get this win right here. And plus, it's a big time to get a win at the Spring House. And, of course, this beautiful facility and all these people come to watch us. So he wanted to represent well, and he wants to play well.
Absolutely. And a big week coming up for the Lady Spartans, Eric, because we got Oak Hill on Monday, go to James Monroe on Tuesday. We have a trip to Princeton on Thursday, and then a trip to Capital on Saturday. So a busy week coming up for Greenbrier East, and you'd love to go into that with a little bit of momentum.
Absolutely, and I mean, Greenbrier East needs a hold on here. It's still an 8-point game, minute 14 left. I mean, there's a lot of time on that clock, and it wasn't ticking as fast as we wanted it to. So we'll see what happens right here to build that momentum and keep going into the week.
Yeah, Greenbrier East has hurried things a little bit here. A couple times they've gotten through that pressure and tried to make a pass that you don't need to make at this point in the game. Once you break that pressure, just back it back out and let that clock run. As Caden Stewart goes to the basket, couldn't get the fall, didn't get a call, and Nitro back the other way. Into the hands of Maddox. Maddox, little short jumper, hits it, and this leads down to 6 with 1 minute to go. It's 50-44. Caden Stewart has it stolen away. Here comes Nitro on the other end. Carey with it. Feeds Edwards. Edwards, top of the key, open for a 3.
My goodness.
46 seconds to go. Edwards hits the 3. Nitro wants the timeout. We'll take it with them. 44 seconds to go. Nitro leading Greenbrier East 50-47 here at the battle for the Spring House on Oldies 93 WKCJ. Greenbrier East once thought it was cruising to victory. Now we've got some fingernail biting going on as it's down to a 3-point game with 46 seconds on the clock. It's 50-47. Spartans will inbound underneath their own basket. Got to take care of the basketball. Caden Stewart now gets it across midcourt, gets it in the hands of Kennedy. Kennedy backs it out 39 seconds as she dribbles around near midcourt. Kennedy going to drive into the lane. She's going to back it back out to Cadence. Cadence has it in her hands, 32 seconds on the clock. She hands off to Kennedy again. Kennedy now gets to Caroline Dotson. Dotson loses the basketball. It's stolen away. Here comes Maddox to the rim, lays it off the glass and scores. It's a 1-point game with 21 seconds, 50-49. Greenbrier East gets it into Caroline Dotson. Dotson has it poked away from her, able to come up with it. She throws it back into the hands of Kennedy Stewart. Kennedy mugged on the floor, and we've got a foul call there. 11 seconds to go.
That's going to be Taylor Maddox's 5th. She is now fouled out of the ball game.
I don't know. Whoever that was, they said it was her 4th foul. I'm not sure who it was. But Kennedy Stewart with 2 big free throws here.
They gave that foul to Ava Edwards.
50-49. The Spartan lead is 1. Kennedy Stewart has 2 big-time free throws coming up. Or is it 2 shots or is it 1-1?
I believe it's 2. No, 1-1.
First one is up, no good. She missed it. Rebound Nitro. Here come the Wildcats back the other way. Maddox with it in the lane. Maddox goes up against Fuller. Shot no good. Fuller has the rebound. Kicks it out of there. Caden Stewart, 3, 2, 1. Spartan victory. The Spartans survive here at the battle for the Spring House. 50-49, a big win for Greenbrier East over Nitro. It wasn't easy, Eric, but they found a way to get it done.
Absolutely, what a ball game, my goodness.
50-49 is your final. We'll come back and wrap it all up, tell you all about it here on the Cornerstone IGA postgame show on Oldies 93 WKCJ.
At this time, we want to give our scholarship recipients for both teams. First of all, from the Nitro Lady Wildcats for basketball, we congratulate Taylor Maddox. From the Greenbrier East Lady Spartan cheerleaders, we have Bailey Caraway. And from the Greenbrier East Lady Spartans basketball team, congratulations to Caden Stewart. Congratulations, ladies. Up next, we have our boys' consolation game featuring the Greenbrier East Spartans and the Cabell Midland Knights. At this time, we do need to clear the hall to allow the fans for the second game to come in. Be sure to enjoy your weekend here at America's Resort, and we thank you for your attendance.
Somehow, some way, Greenbrier East finds a way to survive as we return here on the Cornerstone IGA postgame show. Spartans come out of there with a 50-49 win. Greenbrier East was actually up 50-38, so 11 straight points scored by Nitro, and Nitro actually had the ball last with a chance to win it. The shot did not fall, and Hannah Fuller there for another big rebound as she pulls it in and throws the ball up court, and Caden Stewart dribbles out the clock. So Greenbrier East played really, really well for most of the game, built up a nice little lead, but almost saw it slip away. And Eric, what a heartbreaker that could have been if Greenbrier East would have let that one get away. But they find a way to win, and now they go into this busy week with some momentum.
Oh, absolutely, and momentum's what they're going to get. I mean, that tight game was good. That was good for them to come out and accomplish a win and fight till the end to get the win. So it was a great win for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to sure up taking care of the basketball when they see some pressure, because we know we're going to see some moving forward, because they didn't handle it well down the stretch. But all that matters is they found a way to come out here to win and break the three-game losing streak. And as we said, they're in a busy week with a much-needed victory. We'll take another break here real quick, and when we come back, we'll tell you about our Magic's Computer Repair Player of the Game and wrap things up. A 50-49 Lady Spartan victory over Nitro at the Battle for the Springhouse. You're listening to Lady Spartan Basketball, the Cornerstone IGA postgame show on Oldies 93 WKCJ. Back here on the Cornerstone IGA postgame show as we wrap things up from the battle for the Spring House. Greenbrier East a 50-49 winner over Nitro. And Eric, it's time now for our Magic's Computer Repair Player of the Game. Who are we going with tonight?
We are going with Miss Cadence Stewart. Okay, she struggled the first half. She knew it. She could have came out sluggish. She came back out and found her shot and hit some big three-pointers. Big three-pointers. And then did a good job handling the ball there to close out the game for Greenbrier East.
Yeah, she absolutely did. We talked about it. She came out at the after the halftime break and really worked on her shot and got it dialed back in, and it proved to pay off here in the second half, and she needed every one of them as Greenbrier East comes out of here with the 1-point win, 50-49 here in the Consolation game. Our next Lady Spartan basketball broadcast will come to you Monday from Greenbrier East as the Spartans have a makeup game with Oak Hill. They'll host that game at 7:30 at Fritz's Pharmacy of Alderson. Lady Spartan countdown scheduled to begin around 7:15. So join us at Spartan Gym in Fairleigh or right here on Oldies 93 WKCJ for all the action. Battle for the Spring House. Next game coming up is Greenbrier East versus Cabell Midland. So tune on over to 103.1 The Bear to hear the boys version of Greenbrier East as they play their consolation game here at the Battle for the Spring House against Cabell Midland. You can also check out all of the games of the Battle for the Spring House on Greenbrier Valley Channel. So for the entire Greenbrier Valley Channel crew, for the Radio Greenbrier crew, Pat Williams back in the studio, for Eric Workman, I'm Cam Huffman saying good afternoon from Colonial Hall at the Greenbrier.